Welcome back. Well, the market had a very interesting day yesterday. The point I want to reiterate is we had a gap down yesterday, but because we were sitting on 2 days of losses, after that gap down, that straight away opened at 20-day moving average. There was a bit of an algo trade which played out, and the market actually ended at high point of the day. But that was yesterday. What happens today? Because even after a gap down, there will be some distance away from that yesterday's low in the 20-day moving average. Sudarshan Sukhani and Mitessh Thakkar are now joining us for a quick chat on the market. Good morning, Sudarshan. Given the way trade played out yesterday, do you buy this dip or do you wait for sort of a better entry opportunity? Or is there a different trade, maybe sell? What would be your trade?
Good morning, Anuj. No, my trade is only to buy. Yesterday also I said we will wait for a consolidation. And today the same view continues. See that 17,300, 17,400 zone was supposed to be support. At least for the time being, it's acting as support. So the trade will be to go and buy this market when appropriate technical signals come. But I don't think that's going to happen today. The chances are we'll see a very choppy market up and down and a narrow range because yesterday we had a fairly wide range. So today is again a day when I would not trade. If at all by the afternoon there is an opportunity, I would like to go long. That applies to the Nifty and the Bank Nifty both. In the morning, I would just sit aside.
Morning, sit aside, wait for consolidation, see if that's ending, and then buy both Nifty and Bank Nifty. That's the only trade that Sudarshan has. Pretty comprehensive there. Mitessh, good morning. The trade worked out yesterday on the long side, but are you carrying home any longs? What's the call on those? And for fresh trades, what would be the trade on Nifty and Bank Nifty?
Good morning, Anuj. I think while today the SGX is slightly negative, what is important is that yesterday's movement kind of marks at least an important pivot. I think 17,400 is reconfirmed as an important support area now, and we might have an intraday violation of 20-30 points. But broadly, if this movement is, what I'm thinking, which is a kind of consolidation and a pullback and a broader up move, then I think 17,400 becomes a very important reference point. With that kind of view, I think declines would still be more of buying opportunities since we are not very far away from the lower end of the range. I think broadly this choppiness, this consolidation, this contraction could continue for next 8 to 10 sessions, and then we might see a resumption of an uptrend. So for that timing, you will have to be slightly stock specific in your approach. But I think yes, if we get a bigger dip, sorry, to levels of 17,400 or thereabouts, I think then the index can be bought as well.
Okay, let's talk about individual stocks then, shall we? Because we have plenty of stocks. Although the SGX Nifty is hinting at a muted opening, the stock-specific action has been good so far. Sudarshan, what's on your list? We saw a lot of buying action, buying at lower levels yesterday. What would you look at today?
Well, I'm still looking at stocks that are outperforming and underperforming. So AU Bank is a stock that's been outperforming the Nifty. It's consolidating. It did not participate in any decline. Yesterday, it had a very good day. Consider buying it with a stop under 835. IEX is a stock that's been falling. Indian Energy Exchange consistently. It's in a bear market. It's an intraday short with a stop above 160. Marico has been in a trading range. That trading range is looks like a very choppy action. That may have some decline. That's an intraday short with a stop above 518. So I really have 2 longs and 2 shorts, and my final stock is a long trade. That's Coal India. It's an excellent chart, a small consolidation which was actually sideways. It's a buy with a stop under 213.
Okay, and Mitessh, what are you buying and selling?
Yeah, I also have a mixture of buys and sells. On the buying side is Balrampur Chini with a stop at 344, targets of 369 here, and Delta Corp. That's a buy with a stop at 205 for targets of 219. While HUL is a sell call with a stop at 2620 for targets of around 2540. And finally, a buy on Lupin with a stop at 686 for targets of 718.
Okay, thanks a lot for that, gentlemen. Those are some ideas, but the big story in the media space and in the stock markets